Okay, so wait, do you know the story about the song that you're talking about? Because the song came out and it had Trippy, Quavo, Ski Mask, and X, which a lot of people were amazed by because
But someone told me that the song came out first with Ski,
it did,
X, and Trippy.
And then it came out right after that with the Quavo verse. Or like, I'm not sure the exact order, but they came out like the same night. Yeah, like a couple days after he died.
You know damn fucking well
Can you keep that door closed?
that X would have said fuck no.
Right.
X didn't even. The reason X was the real reason that X wasn't on Trust Me was because Yachty was gonna be on my tape and he wasn't fucking with Yachty time. He didn't want to be on it.
X wasn't fucking with Yachty? How come?
Fuck if I know.
Really? See, okay, when you told me about that situation.
At the time.
Because, okay, you came in here and you played me the version of Trust Me that had X on it. And, of course, on the official version, it had Ty Dolla $ign. Both versions are very good. I just assumed that the X version didn't come out because the label was probably like, oh, we don't want you to do a song with X.
No. The label wanted me to do a song with X.
Actually, that sounds more realistic, yeah.
Here's the thing. X, like I said, emotional as fuck. Me and him got in a huge argument. One of the fucking very many, because he's telling me, he's on the phone with me talking about your label is disrespecting me. I said, listen, label don't give a fuck about your feelings. Stop being a fucking pussy. Either get on the song or don't. And I hung up on him. And if you want to call me, oh, now you want to yell at me, da-da-da. Listen, stop being an emotional little bitch. Stop.
But what issue? I don't understand what issues him and Yachty had.
There was some shit, I don't know. I haven't even asked Yachty about it. All I know is, the same way me and X's friendship wasn't on best terms when he passed, I'm pretty sure it was the same way Yachty. Don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure it was something like that.
I mean, he was like that with a lot of people. Like, if he had died 4 months before he did die, then I might be sitting here saying, like, I wish me and X had settled our differences because there were just, he's the kind of guy where you just have little things with him that he didn't agree with something. He would tell you.
Here's the thing. The last thing I really said to him was that I hate him and I never want to talk to him again.
To X.
And there's nothing. I've done a lot of shit in my life. And there's nothing I regret more than that at this moment.
Really?
And there's, like, you think about it and there's nothing you could do. Can't go back. Can't, like, but one thing about X is anytime he ever ended like a phone call with you, no matter what he's yelling at you, whatever the hell, he always said, all right, I love you. And I said, yeah, okay, whatever. Hung up the phone. I was on tour. I think I was in Toronto. So how long ago was that?
I don't know, a month ago.
And Sunday night, I was thinking, I was at my A&R Drew's house. Me and his girlfriend are cool, and Drew had went downstairs because Candy had came, so he went downstairs to get candy, and I was looking through my contacts, and I seen him. I was like, damn, I should call him, and as soon as I clicked it to call him, Candy had walked in. I was like, I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Damn.
Sunday night.
And he died on Monday, huh? Wow, that's brutal. How'd you guys become friends in the first place? A lot of people would probably be surprised.
X always told me, he's like, I don't want to be the friend. Definitely don't want to be boyfriend. I don't want to be the groupie. I don't want to be the hang around part. I want to be, I don't know how to explain it, like not the reason, but the mastermind behind it. Like one of the, like, you know how like Frank's behind it, Dan's, but like not behind it, but like the team. He's like, he always, I want to be a part of that. I want to be like the mind behind it, like the mentor of it. You know what I'm saying? And
X was very much like, he would see somebody like you who was getting a lot of hate and he just wanted to be there for you.
Because that was him.
Because he knew. He'd been through the same thing, yeah.
And it's so crazy to me how someone can work so hard for something and it can be taken from them so fast. And there's nothing you can do. With one movement, now he's gone.
On the most petty, common shit imaginable.
All over some money. All over some fucking money. Like, that doesn't even make sense. That's weird. And it's something that will never be understood, and I can't live with that. I cannot live with the fact that this man worked so hard to be where he was. He was changing the shit he was doing. He wasn't even on no. You could hear it even in his music. The way he was changing his whole act, and it's like. It's crazy.
He was the kind of person that woke up in the morning and everything he did just affected a lot of people, affected the world around him. And then the idea that he could go out over 50 grand in cash, nothing. I mean, you know, it's something, but it's just the most senseless way to go out. The kind of thing that could happen to anybody.
And that's what it's like. Anyone could pull a fucking trigger. Anybody. Anyone could do that. And it doesn't matter. It could have been over anything. He didn't even have to have the fucking money. He could have just been seen and they went, oh, let's go kill X. Like, come on, man. Like, who fucking does shit like that? He
could have got shot for clout or for fame or some shit just as easily as he got shot for money, you know?
Like, I remember my manager Adam texted me. I was on my way to a meeting, and my manager texted me. And he said, X got shot. I'm thinking, what rapper hasn't got shot? I'm not thinking nothing of it. And for some reason, like, I started to get, like, I wasn't really thinking about it, but I started to get upset. And I was talking to my lawyer, because I was in a meeting with. I was like, I think one of my best friends just died. I think one of the people I looked up to heavily just fucking died. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, they're saying he got shot, but I feel like it's more than that. And I get in the car, and I plug my phone in. And usually when you plug your phone in and, like, the music starts playing, it's from, like where A starts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sad starts playing. And then I get a message from Adam again saying, confirmed it.
How'd you feel in that moment when you finally realized it was true?
I was shocked. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I just played his music and I cried. And I cried and I cried and I cried and I did not know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And then the stupid ass security guy was like, you heard about X? Yeah, no fucking shit, sure fucking lock. No fucking shit I heard about X. What, you think I'm just playing his music? Fuck it?
That's one of the worst things is having to hear all the ignorant ass shit everybody got to say about it.
Like, oh, well, he was a woman beater. Bitch, I'll fucking kill you. I'll stab you right now. Say it again, I'll stab you right now. I'm tired of hearing that. Like, so fucking what? So what? I don't know. Maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. I don't give a fuck.
Well, what's your perspective on how, like, a lot of people would say, oh, you're a woman, you shouldn't be able to be cool with somebody like that.
Shouldn't have been talking shit. That's my thing on it. Cause bitches all the time be talking about, I'll slap you to guys. Mm-hmm. You think you ain't gonna get hit back?
But okay.
Even if it ain't him, bitch, it's gonna be me.
But I think that the stuff that people were really mad about X doing or supposedly doing during his life was because some of the stuff that was written out about what he might have done was pretty extreme and made him really sound like he was.
Dexter beat his girlfriend.
Yeah, but it was a lot worse than that. The stuff that was described. In their defense, I'm just saying.
Young boy beat his girlfriend.
Well, but how do you feel about all that? Because we all agree it's wrong to hit a woman, right? But I think
bitch shouldn't have been talking shit. That's how I feel. Don't talk shit and don't expect something else to happen. Like, if I believe that these bitches would hit on them. Duh.
Well, yeah, probably. But don't you think that in general, the guy should always be trying to de-escalate the situation just because of the fact that the man is larger?
And I just punch you in your face. You're just going to sit there like, she's a girl, I can't do anything.
Well, yes, and also the fact that you're 15 and like half my size.
Listen.
If you were 6'3", 230 pounds, it might be a little
different. And had a little bit of facial hair, maybe.
If you were a 6'3", 230-pound woman and you punched me in the face, maybe I would think, I got to protect myself. But, you know, usually it's not that. Usually it's a 200-pound guy and a 100-pound girl. Emotions
are still emotions.
Well, my issue with it is that, like, okay, if X did do that stuff to Geneva, then he's fucked up and he should have been punished in a court of law and everything. But I don't think that when I see people who want to write his eulogy and the only thing that they want to talk about is the fact that he might have hit a girl, that's what bothers me, because I think it's just too simplistic to reduce a person down to the maybe worst thing they ever did.
And we're talking about very emotional people here. I don't understand. I don't know why, coming from a very violent person, I'm going to say this. Call me a hypocrite. I don't give a fuck. You suck my dick. Why can't we just not be so violent?
That'd be great.
I'm a very, I love to hit people when they deserve it. But I'm not just going to beat you up because I want your fame.
And you know what? That's the one thing that we can't get away with all this shit is that
Quincy's texting me talking about fuck your live stream.
We can't just accept the idea that people wouldn't do that kind of stuff to X. You are gonna get robbed if you're out there with that much money and you don't have security. It's we can't just be oh, it's fucked up that somebody did that. No, we accept that as our reality, is that people have guns and people are gonna fucking rob you if you're famous and rich and you have money.
There's nothing you can do about it. It's life. It's the way life goes. There's nothing you can do. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm tough. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. You can't just be oh, well, I got a gun too. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. If X had a gun in his pocket, number one, he'd be running the risk of getting arrested and going back to jail. But number two, would a gun in his pocket have changed anything?
I think about this all the time. I think about what if he would have not got killed. But the thing was, it was something that whoever wanted to happen, and if it didn't happen, then it was going to come back and it was going to happen 10 times worse.
You think?
100%.
I mean, I just wish that he had made safer choices, if he had just been able to not go, because all these certain instances, if he hadn't got killed in that situation, yeah, maybe something else would have happened, but from my perspective, probably he would have just, you just have to avoid these specific instances of doing things that are silly to do when you're in that position. And I know him so well, and I know he's the kind of guy that did not want to always have to have security with him. When you have 50 grand in cash on you, it becomes particularly urgent.
And when you just fucking wake up one day hey, I'm gonna go buy a motorcycle. That's not the way shit goes.
I was talking to some of his friends back in Florida, though, and they were he didn't give a fuck. His house would be swimming with people with no security around all the time. Because he just didn't give a fuck.
When Ski had came into the London show with me, I told DJ Scheme, I said, listen, not a lot of guys in this world can say they made me cry. If there's about, let me see, who? Frank, definitely. YB probably made me cry 6 times. Who else? Yeah, and you. That's about it. I was you are one of the only dudes who can say you made me cry.
You said that to Ski?
Yes. No,
to
not
Scheme.
to Ski, to DJ Scheme.
What Scheme say to you?
Huh? Oh, when he did the whole, because he talked at the funeral.
Oh, okay.
And I about lost it.
Oof.
There was some horrible, shit. Not horrible shit that happened, but memories of people
just the emotions that were pouring out.
And the shit that his aunt and his friends and shit were saying about him was confirmation to me that, not that I ever thought this, but it was I know for sure. He wasn't just in it because he wanted clout or whatever the hell.
That was weird, being around his family and just realizing how many people there were in this world who, to them, X wasn't some rapper. He was just this kid that they known since he was 0 fucking years old. His aunts and his cousins.
I think he was a producer. He was saying he would just come in my house. I'd be getting out of the shower. He's on my bed hey, what's up? It's so fucking crazy.
You know that quote he had? The people who love you the most are always the most annoying ones. The annoying ones. When I was talking to Bruno, his old manager, he was just saying that. He's when X said that, he was the most annoying dude, and that let me know that he loved me. He wouldn't leave him alone. He was that person that was always looking for a connection, looking for somebody to care for him, because he had lost out on that parenting figure when he was a kid, I guess.
I think that you could sit here and you can talk about it, and you could, what if, well, how come, or why not, or why. There's literally, the hardest thing about this is there is nothing you can do. Death is literally, you can't do nothing. You can't just be hey, I'll give you $50, can you revive him or something? No, you can't do that. I literally, last night, I had woke up out of my sleep. I was just crying. Cause you think about it and it's like, I would do fucking anything in this world to talk to him one more time. Just to hear him tell me, like, I would do anything for him to tell me don't do that. Anything just to hear him, like, stop doing that, you're gonna fuck yourself, stop doing that. Like, just anything to hear him. When I would call him and just be like, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm done, I want to go back to Florida, I don't want to do this anymore, my mind is going crazy, I can't deal with this no more. He'd be like, you need to relax. You know that's not true, because you know your ass is gonna come back here, you're gonna be like, well, what now?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, you're gonna be okay. I promise you're gonna be okay.
What did you see in him that was like part of you? Like the similarities that you guys had that made you kindred
The
spirits?
doing dumb shit and then telling other people not to do dumb shit. That was one of the things me and him had in common the most.
He's good at that.
He would say, don't throw your phone on the floor, and then throw his.
Yeah.
Like, that fucking kid. Like, I was playing some of his music in the car, and Jeremy was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, let me tell you something. I'm pretty sure Frank had the same reaction when he heard it. But then when you know him, like when you get to know him a little bit, you understand it more. And yes, it sounds like some kids just screaming, but that's him. Right. And that's what he does. And you learn to appreciate it.
Do you feel like you guys are kind of similar? Because, you know, at a certain point
and
early on,
the hate, definitely.
He got famous basically. I'm not going to say for being a bad person, but he got famous for going to jail, for being, you know, having all these viral fights online, stuff like that. Like, that stuff almost came before the music to a certain extent for a lot of people, like if you were in the Florida rap scene. And I mean, you know, you now are like building this whole career for yourself, but you kind of like got your initial burst of fame out of just sort of being crazy on TV, right?
Yes. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't change it.
But you're in a similar position where you're trying to make something positive and something good out of this opportunity that you've been given. And like, maybe you weren't the best person when, you know, you were a little kid who first got famous. And it was the same thing for him. Like, you know, he got famous and then decided, or got successful and decided he had to figure out how to fucking be a better person.
But weren't we all kind of stupid when everyone shit started? You're looking dumb as hell. You're not knowing what the hell you doing.
Oh, yeah. And that's what everybody seems to forget. When I think about the 15-year-old version of myself or the 19-year-old version of myself, it's like, holy fuck, I'm glad that version of myself's not being presented to the world like a finished product.
I look at pictures of me from a week ago, like, why the fuck did I walk out of the house like that? Who told me that was okay?
But you wear the same thing every day.
Kind of. Because I'm a very simple person. I don't really care that much.
Right.
I don't really.
But I noticed, too, in that article that you said that you can't even dress like a normal person your age because you're judged so much more harshly.
Yeah, like, I can't fucking, like, listen. You see how some fucking 15-year-olds dress? Do you want me to wear a Hello Kitty shirt and some bell-bottom jeans and some Skechers and call it a day?
Yes, Skechers.
Okay. Are we going to wear matching outfits?
Yes. Well, particularly the Skechers part, yeah.
Okay, we'll do it.
I would love to hit the Skechers store with you. That would probably be a really fun shopping spree.
Yes, what you go come at the scene, do that. He like that type of shit.
What do you think of him, Comethazine?
I fucking love him. That's my fucking brother, man. I love him so much.
He's hilarious, right?
Yes, he's so fucking funny.
He was
so fucking high at that show. Oh my god, he was making me high just looking at him.
Really?
Yes.
What, the show on Friday?
Yeah. I'm surprised you wasn't there.
I was supposed to go, but then something came up.
How do you miss Candy and come at the scene? Like, you're stupid.
I know. I'm missing out. I'm getting old.
I was like the only person that knew the songs. I was like, yeah.
Wait a minute. But so confirm this. Are you and Asian Doll still BFFs?
Of course. That's my fucking sister.
So
I love her.
You don't think Gucci's going to steal her from you?
Me and Gucci could fight any day.
Really?
Bring it.
Headline. Bhad Bhabie says she can whoop Gucci Mane's ass.
I didn't say that. Frank can.
Oh. Maybe. Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Well, in terms of sheer size, Frank is a bit bigger than Gucci. Okay.
You're going to get me in trouble.
My friend Dub was just telling me, he just goes, man, I took a picture with Gucci. My teeth never look so yellow. Because Gucci's got the whitest teeth ever.
Oh,
I'm like,
so does
my
Rich.
God. Rich the
And
Kid?
Asian got her teeth done too.
Really?
Yes.
That makes me think I need to go in for some whitening.
I'm about to get veneers because you see this? My shit's looking like YG throwing.
Oh, yeah, you do have kind of fucked up teeth, huh?
I do have fucked up teeth, and I know that.
I never noticed till now.
But if I keep my mouth shut, I look cute.
You're going crazy. That was what was crazy about that New York Times article, was just seeing you all dressed up in these crazy like fashion outfits. I'm like, I've never seen her look like this before.
No, you see me, I was actually gonna wear some sides. I wasn't even gonna wear J's, but I was like, fuck it, I'm a girl.
How many pairs of Jordans you got?
Enough.
Who tattooed you? What illegal criminal decided that it was okay to tattoo you? You go to Mexico or something?
No. I just said, hey, I'm famous. No, but damn, you know how long I've had this tattoo for?
I forget.
Like 2 years.
Oh, really? I thought it was new because I forgot.
No, this is my newest one.
Maybe the shoulder wasn't exposed. Oh, you got the X tattoo. That's crazy. You got the numb right on her wrist.
And
I got an
wanna
X tattoo coming. I'm not going to spoil it, though.
I want to get his face on me, too, somewhere.
Wow. Lower back. You know how happy? Yeah, you know how happy that would make him to know that like all your future boyfriends have to see that for the rest of their lives. I was like, will you never be able to put out the song with X that you have? I have it.
I think you know, I talked to Ski and he said he wanted to get on it, but
remix with you and X, or X Ski and you on it. That would be insane.
Yes, that's
wow.
What I'm trying to go for, but I don't know, cause.
You know what I like on that song is that nobody ever gets to make the well, I mean, I'm sure I could do it and you wouldn't say anything, but normally you get pissed off when people say the "Catch Me Outside" thing.
Yeah.
But he says it on the beginning of the verse.
He said, what did he say? Oh, I like doing therapy. Sometimes you want to tell my therapist, catch me outside.
I was like, that's so cute that Daniel let him make that joke on the track.
Yeah, only he could say that. Only him, you, and that's it.
When you look at X, does he inspire you with the music shit? Because he was such a fucking passionate musician.
You know, I hate saying, like, when people ask me, like, who inspires you in music? Like, no one inspires me in music. But I will say a little bit he does. Because I want to be like myself, but I really understand, like, his meaning. So if I could have that same impact, I'd be fucking happy.
Right. I mean, I think you definitely have that capability. Just you have such a huge fan base, and especially you have a fan base of the young girls. Nobody has that. It's like the opportunity for you to change the world in the same way that he was trying to do, I think is really, really big.
Yep.
And you might have like came in the game in one way, but I see great things for Bhad Bhabie. This
fucking mic smells like weed, Newports, and Hennessy.
This studio?
Why? No, this.
Oh, yeah, I think about that all the time.
Smells like anyway, I'm kidding.
You said weed, Newports, and Hennessy. I doubt anyone's ever like dumped a bottle of Henny on it, but the weed and the Newports for sure. Man, that was fucked
That's
up.
some shit Ski would do.
If you are here like 4 years from now and you're on some boom gang shit, falling apart, passing out during the podcast,
I'll never be a drug addict.
You know that's the conversation that I had. Like I talked about my girlfriend. I talked about you with my girlfriend the other day. And I was just like, man, like you got to read this article about her. It's so dope. But I was just saying, I'm like, I was just like, I hope she can hold it together, because
you know me, man. I'm gonna be here.
Once you're 18 or 19 or 20, and you start going to clubs and shit. You know, you still are able to be a kid.
You know what bothers me the most?
I just hope you can survive that transition.
Of course I can. You know what bothers me the most about this X shit?
What?
Not only the part, like I said, never fucking understand it, but I wanted every time I recorded a song or when I recorded Trust Me, I was on the phone with him and I was like scared the whole time because I never sang before, you know, like, and he was like, I want to get on it, let me get on it. And I was like, all right, come on, let's do it. And then like he was like, oh, it sounds so good. I promise you it sounds so good. Like I think I could actually find the email where I sent him. Like I really really just wanted to make him proud because I knew how much, like, I knew how excited he would get, like, when I would do good shit. So, like, when I would do something that what was his email?
I don't think I ever emailed him.
I don't think.
I searched his
something about little dick girl, something.
Really?
That was his email.
I searched his tweets for No Jumper, and I found him talking about going on No Jumper like years ago, just being like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm going to do the No Jumper interview," because like his fans were asking him to do an interview. You know, that just tripped me out.
Wait, wasn't that your first interview?
It wasn't my first interview. It was definitely his first interview, and it was my first one that like blew the fuck up. Yeah.
But the one thing that I wanted to do was to make him proud because I knew how excited he would get, like, when I would do something and not be an idiot. So, like, I just, like I said, I always remember him just being like, I just want to watch you do good. I just want to be behind this in a good way. Like, I don't want to be here for no reason. It's weird enough that you're 15 and I'm cool with you. Like, there has to be a reason behind it. Like how me and Frank are. There has to be a reason.
Yeah. But that was X. You know, he saw the people who he felt like needed help, and he wanted to help fill that role in their life, you know, like because when he was so young, he was looking for those people who could guide him. He was looking at somebody like me, and when I first met him, he was asking me to be his manager, which at the time I was like, I don't know. When I think about it now, that was just him trying to find that father figure, that guidance, you know. And like then once he got a little bit more established, he just started to look at somebody like you and say like, no, I want to help her out. I could tell that she's not necessarily having the easiest time in terms of being in this industry and everything, and he wanted to, you know, help breathe some inspiration in you.
You know what, like, bothered me a lot was when I spread something where he was like, I fought in school to get my mom's attention. And it was like...
You feel the same way?
No. Oh. But it was like, wow. Like, he just wanted to be loved. Mm-hmm. All he wanted. Like, when you hear, like, the stories of him and with his friends and shit, like, it's like, wow. Like, I was watching, like, on, like, the homepage of YouTube, like, something had came up. I think it was, like, he was going to do some show, and, like, just seeing him and Ski, like, interacting, like, broke me. Like, seeing how their friendship was, it fucking broke me.
Was it on stage or Rolling Loud?
No. That got me too. But I feel so bad for Ski. I feel so fucking bad for him.
Dude, they were homeless together. They were sleeping in cars together. Like losing somebody that you've been through all that shit with, especially now that you guys are rich and everything. It's like I can't even. I mean, I hope he's doing okay. When I first saw Ski, like during the week after it happened, he was kind of a wreck. Like
when I seen him at the funeral, he was like.
He just looked like he didn't have a whole lot left, like emotionally at that point. Like it just had taken a lot out of him.
He was kind of just like just there.
Just dead, just not dead.
He had no emotion.
Emotionally,
he was drained. You could tell he was so drained. Same thing with Trunks. Trunks was just like, what do you do now?
Yeah, because those are a lot of the people that knew him best, and I can't even.
Because the funeral was about to, and I was about to go back to Frank's house, but they were all going to John's house, and I was like, I don't really want to go because I don't really want to see that. Like, it's going to fuck me up. And then Trunks was like, or Ski, because I was hugging Trunks, and Ski came over and hugged us. And then Ski was like, you come back to the house? I was like, I don't think so. He's like, why don't you come back to the house? I was like, all right, come on. Went to the house, cried like a bitch some more. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. You got a chance to speak to his mom a bit about it?
Yeah. I just talked to her 2 days ago.
I mean, that was the moment that crystallized the whole thing when I went into the back of the big public viewing thing and walk up, get introduced to her, and then she like stops the line and walks me up to the casket and just holds the line, and just me and her standing there, and she's just bawling her fucking eyes out. I start crying. I just turn around and there's like 10,000 kids just standing there staring at us. And I was just like, I've never seen one of my friends just up close and personal in the casket like that.
I've never lost someone before.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, I've lost people, but not like that. Not that young, not to a gun, not when they're 20 and they're a millionaire and they're
fucking crazy.
You know.
Like, it's all I can say. Like, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Like, it's just fucking crazy. And I just feel so like I don't know what to fucking say about it. Like, I really just don't know. Like, there's nothing you can say, do, or anything that will do anything. Like I said, I feel just so bad for Ski and his mom. Like, so bad. Like, seeing how bad it hurt me, and him and me were not as close as he was with Ski. Not at all. And I was like, see how bad it hurt me? I was like, I know this kid is dead inside right now. Like, and then I look at my relationship with my two best friends, and I just think, if anything ever happened to them, I would be fucking. You would have to scrape me off the floor because I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I'm not saying me and X weren't close. We weren't like, best buds. Like we were cool. Like it was like a brother, whatever. Like.
But that's the thing, is everybody felt close to him because his music affected so many people.
Right.
But being able to be like the few people that really connected to him on a personal level, like both of us did. But then when you really think about somebody like Ski, who saw him from a child, from a little fucking boy, he didn't see the celebrity part of him until much later, and that's just, when I met him, he wasn't famous yet, but he was working really hard at it.
Yeah.
Ski knew him when he wasn't shit, when they were like eating fucking crackers from Wendy's and shit. I don't know. Sad. Does seeing him pass change you in any way? Does it make you want to live your life differently? Does it make you take things more serious?
Yes. Like, I was thinking like, that's like it's crazy. Like I need to really watch how I do things and. Like, I'm an idiot. I like to stick my head out the window and say dumb shit to people. What if someone has a gun and they're like, oh, I'm a slut? Okay. Like,